Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of our Let's Play for Cities Skylines After Dark. Just checking out a fire at one of our new high-density residential buildings, but the fire station or the firemen are there and should have that under control pretty quickly. So this is our city at the moment, so definitely built around the crater here, which is quite good. Looking out, you see our wind turbines in the distance, our commercial district, and all that kind of stuff. So it's looking quite good, pretty pleased with where it's all going. And yeah, and there's our forestry industry sort of over in the distance over there. So, what we're going to do, we are going to, I think at the start of this episode, we're actually going to upgrade all of our roads. For one reason, basically, given that we're gaining quite a bit more traffic, especially through these sort of, centre ways to enter our residential area, which are always going to be busy anyway, and given that our CBD is actually starting to expand quite a lot, I think it's probably a good idea to upgrade all our roads to the tree-lined ones, which reduces noise pollution quite a bit. So that's what we're going to do. That hopefully won't take too long. We'll take a little bit of time, so I'll try and get through it as quickly as possible. So going up to the tree-lined ones here, just sort of the standard two-lane road. So we can just basically drag it through all like this and like this. Through here and there. Then we're going to upgrade our central road there. So we can do that one, this one, and this one. Then we're going to keep finishing our horizontal roads as well. So this is good to sort of keep your mouse actually just pressed so you actually see what you have and haven't upgraded. Otherwise it can be quite tricky to sort of remember. So sort of generally do that for these types of things. So there we go. So that should be all those middle ones, and then we'll just finish off this last one over here. Like that. So that should be all of those done. So now we're going to go for, is that okay? That's okay. So what we should be careful of here is these are actually one-way streets running in, and we don't want to change that. Oh, which I just did then. So we are going to have to fix that. Is that now running the right way though? Looks like it is. Just going to run it, make sure. Yep, so that's okay. Yeah, so we have to just be careful of that. That we don't change those. So this is going to take a little bit longer, but that's fine. It's definitely worth doing. So I'm just going to do that one, and along here. Like that. So these ones are all upgraded, which is good. So just fix that one there. Just come along here like this, and do all of these. Might as well just do those ones there. That one there. These are one way, so we won't touch those for now. And then all along here like that, and where have we missed? So we haven't done that there. These ones haven't done all on there. We've done all that. We've done through here. We have. So I think that's all of it. So now what we're going to do, we are going to, if I can do it properly. Oops. So that's been changed into a one-way, so we've got to change that back. So we're actually going to upgrade that into two-way like that. Jump back in, and actually I had the wrong one selected, so it wasn't the tree-lined one. So I'm going to do that, then come to here, and then here, then there, and that, and then come back. Cool, so I think that is all done now. So just going to have a quick overlook, make sure we haven't missed any spots. Then we'll run the game just for a minute and make sure that we haven't sort of changed any of the laneways or anything like that. So make sure our city doesn't come to a complete halt, but that looks good to me. So there we go. So if we jump in here, this should, there we go. So actually noise pollution in our residential area has gone completely. Even in these central areas, a little bit through here. That's to be expected, but basically it's gone. It's also reduced a lot in the CBD, which is fantastic. So it's just going to help things out, make everyone a little bit happier, increase the land value, which is definitely starting to increase, especially around the water, but even coming back through this central area. Just have a drink there, guys. And that's all good. What we're going to do now is that you took up a fair bit of our money, but we've got a fair bit of income in that, so we're not going to worry about too much. What we're actually going to do, we are going to grab our palm tree and actually put a whole stack of palm trees all through here. So even going to add to the Vegas feel a little bit more. The palm trees in Vegas, I have no idea. Obviously, I'm Australian, so I've actually never been to the States. So if I am completely wrong and there are no palm trees within 1,000 miles of Vegas, then forgive my ignorance, please. Right. So he's good. Just gonna have 3 more here. Might as well keep going down here. Just keep going with the aesthetic of the palm tree, the whole palm tree-ness that we have going. So there we go. So nothing but palm trees running up through the centre. Will be a little bit more variety sort of when we put other trees down, but I think just for now I feel like having palm trees running up through there. So if we just sort of jump into our little camera view, which is always a fun thing to do, your city, and run through here. So if we're driving to the city, there we go. Doesn't that look pretty cool with all the palm trees running through the centre there? I like it, guys. I do. There we go. So that's cool. So that's all set up. So trees obviously reduce noise pollution, so that's reduced it a little bit. So if you actually see either side, I mean, there's not a huge difference, but there is actually a little slight difference. You can see a little bit less red. So that's why we're going to put trees along the back here as well. So especially once we upgrade to high density, we may sort of may leave this area, this little block through here as low density, and then upgrade the rest of it to high density. Only because high density commercial produces a lot more noise pollution. But I suppose these aren't going to be our most expensive houses anyway right here, so maybe it's not really a problem. Maybe I'm just sort of overreacting a little bit. So actually joined up here in with our electricity grid, so we actually get rid of these two there like that. So it's actually sort of jumped over and joined up, which is good. So that's fantastic. Got a fair bit of electricity still, which is good, so I suppose we have 2 incinerators as well. Water's fine, medical's fine, traffic's okay, getting quite busy but still fine. Definitely flowing through here, so no, we actually have no gridlocks anywhere, which is brilliant. Noise pollution, so fire's pretty good, 34%, 5% crime rate, and I think that's all, isn't it? Yeah. Land value is definitely increasing, which is nice. So, what can we do? So residential's coming up a little bit more, so I think we may, where are we up to with our zoning change? We are up to here. So we are going to upgrade all of this, and like that, and then rezone it all back into high density residential, like that. We're also going to do it over here, like this, and through there. Just get rid of that one little one then, and then rezone it all back in. Is that right? Yep, that's okay. All good, cool. So there we go. So that's another 2 blocks of high density set up. So that should start converting over. So our city is definitely maturing, definitely expanding and building up. So quite like the look of it. I like how it's set up. Like I said in the first episode, I'm sure someone's done this before, so I'm sure this is nothing new. But I hadn't done it before, so I wanted to try it out. And bump up the speed again. Some nice money coming in. So what services did we grab last time? Have we not put any down yet? So we haven't got that one. So where are we up to? We've got a metro. We've got uni, which we put down incineration. We don't have a prison yet. I don't think we really need it though. So have a look into police. We've got, yeah. So we've actually still got 55 or 54 capacity in our jail. So we don't really need a prison yet. I probably prefer not to put one down until we have to. Although I think it does reduce crime rate, doesn't it? Or like it rehabilitates prisoners, so maybe that sort of helps things, makes things better. How much do they cost? Just looking at it, prisons are 120,000. Wow. Prison is a correctional facility to transform criminals into law-abiding citizens. Police stations have jails to hold criminals for a short time, but a prison is needed to rehabilitate them. Interesting. Right. Well, we're not going to be able to afford that one for a while anyway. Really quite expensive, isn't it? So let's look at that one. So buildings do become sort of abandoned, like if you sort of see this happening, buildings do become abandoned sort of for random reasons outside your control. Everything looks fine to me. So don't worry too much about that if that's happening in your game and stuff. So I mean, everything's fine, everything to me looks fine. Saying not enough customers, but that's just because demand's low. I mean, yeah, should be getting a fair few customers. So especially once we expand out here a little bit more, it should be fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Probably because it is a little bit of a distance. Oops, demolished the wrong one then. Probably because it is a little bit of a distance from our residential, especially these sort of external areas. So maybe that's the issue, but that should resolve itself in time. Not going to worry too much about it. Cool. What we've got now, we've got our small city milestone, which is brilliant. Now unlocked trains, which is fantastic. A bunch of new policies and a couple of train stations and also a hydro power plant. So if you have a look into our water, don't really have huge amount of areas. I mean, obviously this river is the obvious place that we would ever put a dam, but given the banks are really quite low, so especially like here. So we sort of put, I think if we put a dam like here somewhere, it would basically flood really, really easily. Up here, if you see up here, up there is a little bit better, so the banks are quite a bit higher. So maybe sort of just here would be quite a good place to put one. Means we'd have to expand the tile out. I don't think I really want to put any here because they're so low. I mean, I suppose the bank's actually there. If you look at it, that's quite high there. It's not on this side, but it's on this side. Interesting. So would we be able to get where are we? Power. There we go. Would we be able to get a decent? So we actually get 144 megawatts there, so that's actually pretty good. Although slope is too steep there, so we couldn't do it there anyway. So we couldn't do it there. Where's the earliest place? We could do it there. 208 megawatts, that's quite a bit actually. So the flow must be really quite strong coming into there. So we may actually look at that down the track. Not sure how it'd go, but maybe it'd be worth it. I mean, if it didn't work out, we'd just get rid of it, but waste a whole bunch of money. But like if it started flooding, we could just get rid of it and that should be fine. So what we're going to do first, so the game is running. I'm actually going to jump into the policies. What are we going to do? We're going to put down, what are we going to do? So we've already got parks and recreational drug use. Into taxation, I think that we are going to say let go of leisure. So we've got 5,400 income, so we don't really need the income. We're going to say let go of leisure, which gives them our leisure areas a big boost to entertainment and attractiveness. So I think that's a positive thing to do. City planning, we've already banned heavy traffic, encourage biking. Don't really see any other things to... I mean, we could go into high-tech housing, which raises the land value quite a bit, slightly increased land value at the cost of upkeep of 4 cents a residential building. So if we implement that, how much is it going to cost us? By the looks of it, it only cost us not very much actually. So a few hundred really is all it's costing us. So not really too worried about that at the moment. Well, it's coming up now, isn't it? Yeah. So I suppose it has cost us a reasonable amount, but not too much. So how's the land value looking out? So if we actually do that, it really increases the land value. So it could be a good thing to do. I mean, it is. So income is keep dropping. So it is, I guess, costing us quite a bit of money. Maybe it's something to do a little bit later on. Yeah, I'm actually going to turn that off because it's still dropping. So we're going to turn that off. There we go. And land value sort of should, yeah. So land value drops quite a bit. But it might be better off just having the money for this moment in time. So that's all the policies there. Jump into our CBD. What policies can we set up here? We are going to put in small business enthusiast. So low density commercial will double their sales, only 2 cents a building. But given that we tax commercial, we should get a lot of that back. Well, that will result in increased tax for us. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I'm actually going to ban heavy traffic. We don't want that. We're going to encourage biking. Taxes, we're not going to play with the taxes at the moment, so we're not either going to raise them or give them relief. We can look at that a little bit later on. Services, don't really, we have no leisure places, so I suppose we can do it in here. I mean, it moderately increases the land value, so land value does have an impact on development levels. So maybe we'll just do that for now. So what about for our forest area over here? Can we do anything? So don't really think any of the services. Don't think we're really going to bother with taxation. City planning, we can give a boost to our industry, but it's quite expensive. Yeah. you actually see now, if we have a look down here, our income has massively jumped. I'm going to guess that given we haven't made any other changes, that was because of our boost, our small business enthusiast boost here. So if they've doubled their sales, we should basically be getting double the tax income from them. So that is probably why, and maybe now that we've done that, we can actually afford high-tech housing. So there we go. So we'll try that, see how it goes. We can always turn it off, but that's just going to increase our land value, make everyone a lot happier, make houses upgrade a lot more quickly. So we're just going to pause the game quickly, and our demand is definitely coming back in, or increasing, so we're going to keep going with our conversion of our low density residential over to high density. So there we go, that's a whole another block that we can fill in like this, and just double check there. There we go. So that's another ring done. Given we've got quite a bit of demand, I'm actually going to do this area too. All through there like that, and up to there, and back down again. So I'm just going to fill in all of this area like that. Just make sure we've filled it in properly. And that should be good. There we go. That is a whole bunch of high density residential that will get built quite quickly. Alright, what we're going to do is got a fair bit of demand for commercial coming up, so we're actually going to start converting this over to high density. We're going to start here with this lot and in here like this. So we're going to convert that over. Just take off that bit and there, and this block through here. Actually, we're going to leave that blank, aren't we? Because we're probably going to still put pedestrian paths through there. And I think I took a bit off there as well. There we go. Cool. So, is it worth converting it? I think we're going to leave this as low density for the moment, just to see how much the noise pollution changes. I might get rid of all of this and then convert this over as well. So we can do that bit there as well, can't we? I think it's okay for the moment. We might leave that, see how that goes. So our houses definitely starting to come in. Our city is definitely building up a lot more. So you can see what I meant through here, that you don't really know, not going to really notice the pedestrian paths anywhere near as much because the city builds up around it. So speaking of our pedestrian paths, given that we're not going to have any more roads running through here, I'm actually going to hook these up now. I'm actually going to hook them all the way up through there and see how much of a difference it makes, if any. So what we're going to do, we are going to build this one here. So we're already on the other side of the road, so going to turn off snap. We're going to build it to there, like that, and straight over the road, like that, and to there, and then all the way over to the other side, so there, and there, and then finally there, like that. And now what we're going to do, we are going to build that out from there, drop it down, and if we can fit it in, can we not quite, slope too steep, so if we bring it back a little bit, there we go, and we should be able to fit that in there like that. Where else? So we've done that road, we're going to do one here, like this. So bring it out there, drop it down, and we should be able to fit that in there, like that. And then, here as well, yep. So we're going to bring it out, drop it down, and slope too steep, so bring it back. Like that. There we go. So that's our first one set up there. Power's gone. Why is power gone? Have we run out of power? Or have we busted our... Haven't run out of power, so what's happened? What's happened, guys? Why do we not have power anymore? Right, well, that was a bit weird. I had no idea what happened there. Assume it's something I did with the pedestrian path, but I don't really know what it would be. Interesting. Alright, we're just going to ignore that. So here we go. So this is our new pedestrian area set up. Hopefully, as you can see, people are going to definitely start using this. looks like quite a few people, which is really quite pleasing. So you can see a lot of people coming in through here, using this to actually get to the commercial areas rather than taking cars and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Hopefully it's going to work out, especially in the long term. We're going to go and expand out this one now and pause the game. Cool. So we're going to bring it to there, and then over the road to there, and then there, and jump over to right there. Cool. So bring back from there. This one may be a little bit tight. Oh no, it's still going to be okay. So that's good. And then where's the next one? Here. Do we want to put one here? Probably not really, I guess. Maybe we do, because we want them to avoid actually... Because if they come out here and they want to get over here, they'll then have to come all the way down there and then walk down. I suppose that's okay though. So what if we... Can we actually fit one down to here? Without stuffing everything up? No, because it's already like got roads and stuff over it. Okay, we'll just leave that for the moment. We can always change it, I guess, if it becomes a real problem. And we're going to drop this down here to there, like that. Cool, so that's on that one done. Might as well do these ones as well. So, to there, and there, and there, and across to there. So I'd love to hear your guys' experiences with like pedestrian paths and things like that, whether they're worth it. You know, how they've gone for you and all that kind of stuff. Always interested in new ideas. So there, and then keep doing it. Bringing it back. Trying to make it too steep. So there, and then finally to there, into there. Cool. So that is that all three done? It is all three done. So that's that one, and that one. Cool, so there we go. So we've got our 3 pedestrian paths set up now, which is quite pleasing. So I bumped the game speed up to 3, and it looks like quite a few people are using it. So you actually see there, a lot of people using it, and this one should start building up. I just built it, so, and same along here. So yeah, so hopefully that's good. Hopefully that helps alleviate some traffic. So quite a few people using them. Which is absolutely brilliant, exactly what I wanted to do. So that is fantastic. Not a whole lot of people use these horizontal ones, I don't think, at the moment. Doesn't really seem like they get much use. I don't think I'm going to put them in, sort of expand their use. It's probably not really worth it, although I suppose people are using them a little bit, aren't they? Not along here, not in these outlying areas, they don't really use them. What I can see, no, not really. They're not being used there. Okay, so we're just going to... I think we'll leave the horizontal ones. We won't worry about those. So you hear those little dings. Lots and lots of houses upgrading, which is fantastic. So that's good. Getting quite a bit of industrial demand. So what we're going to do now, jump and have a look at our traffic. So traffic's definitely flowing, but like we said, it's very, very heavy. Still flowing through here, but quite heavy, which is fine. To be expected, really. Jumping to noise pollution. So you can actually see here. So this is our high density over here, so it really, really increases noise pollution. So it's something we're going to have to deal with or look at a bit later, but for the moment it's fine. Yeah, so everything's going quite well. What we're going to do now, guys, given that we've got quite a bit of money and pretty decent income as well, we are going to attempt to set up our cargo train terminals over here. So, this one is 16% full, this one is 100%. We're actually going to empty that one as well. Sorry, I actually just sort of jumped into that and just remembered while we were there. I'm actually going to put down another landfill over here. Put that one down right there. And just fix up our power lines into there like that. Given we've got both of those emptying out, hopefully these fill up, and then also the incinerator is obviously burning quite a bit of garbage. And definitely want to get rid of these. So it's down to 15%. This one should drop pretty quickly. So that's good. So we'll come back to those later. What we're going to do though, probably just run the game for a little bit until it comes morning so I can see a little bit better. It's probably only the drawback. I know they've got, like, if you see the mouse, there's a sort of a light around your mouse. But you can't sort of see the surrounding area. It's probably really the only drawback with the dark the night time or the night cycle is that it can be sort of more difficult to build on. So I'm going to pause the game now. So this is our rail line, so it runs out of the city into there. So basically what we want to do is set up our cargo. The problem that we're going to have is that setting up a cargo train terminal means that your commercial buildings, so through here, then start importing all of their goods. So all their stuff that they need to obviously run their businesses comes in through the cargo train terminal. So if we set it up here, hook it up to our road system, yeah, it'll definitely reduce a lot of the trucks coming out into this way, but it's also going to add a huge amount of vans and stuff coming through here and into our actual CBD. So what I'm actually quite tempted to do is actually sort of set up a little bit of a, it's not a trick necessarily, it's sort of just a strategy. Actually set up 2 cargo train terminals. Have one for our incoming, like our exports basically. Have a second one for our imports. So basically, and then actually, so what's going to happen is that, say, a train's going to pull in here, export all of our forestry stuff, import a lot of our vans, and then what's going to happen, all the vans and stuff are going to go straight over into the next train terminal. And I think we might actually sort of bring the trains into here somewhere, and then maybe even like hook it up, maybe even hook it up over here somewhere, maybe build like another terminal sort of over here. And do it that way. I think that's maybe a far more efficient way to do it, rather than keeping it on our roads all the time. So I think if we keep it on the roads, we're going to have to either expand our road or build a highway through, just to sort of keep up with demand. And then it's going to add a huge amount of cars into our CBD, which is already getting relatively busy for only 11,000 population, so, or 12,000 now. So I think that's going to be the best thing. And that also should reduce a lot of the vans and stuff coming off from the highway into our CBD, because they won't need to do that anymore. They'll just sort of come straight from there. So, enough of me talking. That's what we're going to do. I haven't actually set up this trick before, or this model. I saw it on a tutorial video a while ago someone put out. And that thought was quite interesting. Never actually set up, so it may take a little bit of time to develop, guys. So, hopefully you don't mind. So what we're going to do is jump into transport, grab into our train, our cargo train terminal, and we need a road. So what we're going to do is grab a 2-way road and into this like this, which probably snaps. Right, I'm not quite sure. I'm probably thinking here somewhere is the best place to put up, and then we can sort of connect our road in like that. So actually what I'm thinking, I think we're going to sort of set it up like this. Like that. And what then? So if we have our main cargo terminal, I'm just thinking how it worked. Alright, so I think what happens, we have our main export cargo terminal on the outside, so then we hook this up to our road system so all our trucks come in. Then we have our other one on the internal, so only the trucks from our other cargo one can actually get there. Well, how's that going to work? Because then if we hook up this road, they're still going to get out, aren't they? No, that'll be okay. So what we're actually going to do, I suppose, I don't think this is the way the guy set it up, so he probably did it a far better way than what I'm going to do it. No, that's still not going to work, is it? Just thinking. I may need to pause the video and go and actually check out just noticed a few gaps over here actually. Check out actually how it worked and whether we can actually do it in our city or not. Whether you sort of needed to have it set up in a different way. Because I think if it's not really going to solve the problem, because I mean then our trucks and stuff still could come out, could actually sort of use the road system, because if we connect it up like that. So that's our main export one. So if we put that down there, then have our other one, like if you sort of build this road out, have it in here. So sort of the idea is that basically you want your trucks just to sort of jump out from your export or this sort of cargo terminal straight into the next one, and then just use that rail line to transport the goods through. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. Alright, we're nearly at 30 minutes, guys. May sort of run the video just for a little bit longer. Next episode, in between episodes, I'll actually jump in and have a look at how this is set up. Try and set up, see if we can do it. If not, we may just sort of try and botch one or develop one ourselves. But yeah, so everything's going quite well. So we're going to need some more power. So is it worth now purchasing this tile out here? It's only 7,200, and then setting up some what are they called? Advanced wind turbines. We could also move our sewage so we don't have quite as much disgusting, horrible sludge and stuff coming out into the bay. Maybe worth doing that. I don't think we really want to expand anywhere else. When do we get our next area? So we actually get one next time, which is only 16,000, so we're only 4,000 population away. So I think, so if we need to expand anywhere, we can actually sort of do that later on. So I think we're going to do that. I think it makes sense. Don't really see the point in buying any of these other tiles yet. Alright, we're going to do it. There we go. Purchased. Done. Sorted. Easy. So, we are now going to move our sewage lines. So we can move this down. Where can we move it to? Can we move it out all the way out here somewhere? I think it's probably worth it. I think if we move it all the way around here, it's going to be worth it just to sort of make everything look a bit better. It's going to be quite expensive to run stuff out there, like power and water and stuff, or lines. But I think it's definitely going to be worth it. It's going to be better than the alternative. And in our water lines, so we're just going to extend this out from there. We just might as well follow the water into there and there. So there we go. So those two are connected up. So that's fine. So power. Advanced wind turbines. So we've got this whole area now that we can put down advanced wind turbines, which produce 20 megawatts, which is brilliant. Far better than the little 8 ones that we had before. So we are going to start with our turbines there. We can always move them if we need to, and then we're just going to hook up straight over into there. There we go. So that's much better. It gets us quite a bit more power rather than having to sort of continue our other wind turbines. We may actually eventually, once we build up quite a bit of money, actually get rid of these and actually just replace them with advanced wind turbines out here. Got a big, huge wind turbine farm. So now all this sludge and stuff should clear up, so the bay will hopefully look a lot better. Sort of just, you know, I suppose it'll... Where's the water flow? So it sort of comes down this side, so I suppose it's going to probably come down here somewhere. Which hopefully will look a bit better. Cool, alright, a 32-minute episode, guys. I'm going to put a pause in the video here. Everything looks like it's going pretty well. Starting to need some more educated workers. So is that a sign that we need? Yep, so we need more high school and elementary school capacity. So we'll do that first thing next time. Then we'll have a look at how we can set up our cargo trains over here, set that up, and sort of build another terminal over through here. Hopefully get a lot of cars off our roads. And that's pretty good. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed the series as usual. If you could subscribe to the channel and like the video as well, that would be enormously appreciated. And I'll see you all soon.